man. Looking rough. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back. Just going to put my socks on. What a view to wake up to this morning. Well, if you haven't worked it out by now, we're back on the road again. And we're on a journey back down to South Wales once again. Now, South Wales for me, on the clock, it says 4.25 hours, 4 and 20 minutes. But it is realistically about 5-hour journey. Now, it's been a very busy week in work. It's now currently Saturday morning, and I was absolutely burnt out. I set off last night a little bit after 8 p.m. On the journey back down to South. Now, you're going to wonder, why back down to South? Well, I'm hoping this will be my last trip to South of 2025. I'm in search of my slam of rays, and I need the spotted. I will get the small eyed back home before Christmas, but I really could do with the spotted ray. We don't really have enough numbers from at home to target them, so yeah, we're back on the road. I'm just outside Merthyr Tydfil on a spot that I stop on. Let me show you what I've woke up to this morning. So it is a fresh morning here in Wales. We're just on top of the Brecons, and it is a fresh one. I've had a cracking 6 hours sleep. So it is now currently just after 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to make myself a quick coffee before I set off. And I've picked one of these up for my breakfast this morning. Mango and passion fruit. Looks the business. That'll do me for my breakfast, and then we will get something a bit more unhealthy later on. But for now, that'll do with a cup of coffee. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys and girls. As I say, I'm hoping this will be my last South Wales trip of the year. Then I can get on with chasing cod, and I'd like to get back up to Scotland before the end of the year. But we won't hold our breaths. We'll see what happens. I'll make the decision after this trip. I have planned to meet up with a couple of friends here, there and everywhere. Coming down. My mate's coming down as well. So yeah, he's travelling from the Midlands. So we'll see how we get on, guys. We'll see how we get on. I don't want the intro to be a bit long and boring, but what I'm going to try and do is catch some fish. That's what I'm going to try and do, catch some fish. Right then. We've finally got some rods out. It is now 20 to 6 at night. I've spent all day doing nothing. Not gonna lie, doing nothing. Got down here after I'd put my socks on, had coffee, etc. I got down, had some breakfast. Then I'd planned to go and fish over low water, and it just rained absolutely. The heavens opened. Then Andy phoned and said that he was on his way down. By this time it was just after midday. I thought, you know what, I'll just wait around until he gets here. Then waited around, met a gentleman to drop off a rod, and really nice to meet the gentleman that follows me on social media, etc. But to drop off a rod that he'd purchased off my mate Disco Dan. Then met up with Andy. We went and had look at a couple of marks, but anywhere sheltered out the wind seemed to be very, very busy. It is a Saturday night, and there has been reports of a few big blondes about. It's freezing cold, absolutely freezing cold. We are on the right hand side of Friars Point, and we've got the wind hacking straight into us over the Nap Beach, over Tom's Point and into us. It's bitterly cold. It's going to make it really almost impossible to do any filming, but we'll do our best. The left hand side of Friars is packed out, so film is going to be a little bit difficult. I'll do my best as we go along throughout the session, and hopefully we can bring you a fish or two to screen. Now, I am fishing smaller than I usually fish when I come to South Wales. I am targeting a spotted. That's my main goal, to try and get a spotted. If I can get a spotted, then I'm a happy angler and I might go home earlier than I plan to go home. We'll see how we get on, guys and girls. It is cold, it is windy. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'll show you a little bit later on how I've got things going, how I'm baited up. I am fishing small, like I say. I'm fishing on a size 2.0 wide gape hook because I'm fishing smaller baits. That allows me to punch it out against the wind. It also is what I want for targeting the spotted. It'll also pick up the blondes and anything else. Let's just see if we can get some fish. Like I say, it's bitterly cold, we'll have a go. It's absolutely freezing and our baits are just getting stripped by whiting. Apologies for the lack of footage, guys. It's absolute freezing. It's absolutely packed here as well. There's people all the way along both sides. Freezing cold. Oh. Won't be surprised if we've seen a polar bear walk past in a minute, to be honest. Well worth driving 5 hours for, isn't it? Look how happy he looks. Oh, that sums it up. That definitely sums it up. Wow, look how purple my hands are. Dogfish! And then, just when you thought it really couldn't get any worse, it starts to rain. And my fishing partner Andy, over there for this weekend, has just said, Tom, I'm going to go and get a kebab and I'm going home. So he's driven down, he's fished for about 3 hours, he's going to get a kebab and he's going to drive 3 hours home. Me, on the other hand, I've just put 2 fresh baits out. Come on, let's have it. It's been mental. My next 2 baits ready to go out on a loop rig. Squid head with a bit of sardine and bluey and squid wrap. Right then, look at the size of that. It's absolutely tiny. It's my 3rd dogfish of the night. Now, I'm not happy to see that at all. But what I wanted to say is, every time I've caught dogfish in South Wales, they've always been tiny, tiny little doggies like this. Andy's now gone and I'm all alone. Nearly everybody's packed up off here now. It's bitterly cold. There's still a lot of fishing down the left hand side out the wind. I'm the only one left on the right hand side. So I'm going to keep going, guys. Obviously the footage is hard, but it shows the reality of chasing them target fish. I'm freezing. It's absolutely freezing in the wind. But I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep bringing you updates, and hopefully we can do something a bit better than this. Hopefully. I don't know what to say. Apart from it's 11:45 at night. The clocks go back tonight, so in a minute it'll be 11 o'clock again. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys and girls. Very, very disappointing that. Ended up with about 8 or 9 dogfish, and that's it. That is it. Andy fished for about an hour and a half. I went, saw this and going home. And he had 3.5 hour drive home. I stuck it out, and yeah, just didn't come to plan. Now, the hardest part when it comes to a road trip like this, and the part that people don't really see, is try not to break heart now. I'm tired, I'm wet. Well, I'm not wet, I've changed, but I'm tired. I'm freezing to the bone. I can feel myself. I've got the heater on now. Yeah, it's absolutely chucking it down. I've just picked up a ham and pineapple pizza. Now people are going to say, oh, pineapple doesn't go on pizza. I'm going to eat this. I am going to try and get some sleep. I had planned, whilst I was with Andy, we were going to fish Sully tonight, or early hours in the morning or below. But I don't fancy it by myself in the dark. I don't know it well enough. I've been on there once before. I'm not going to risk it, and it's raining. So the plan is, have some pizza. I got a pint of milk. I'm going to drink that. Pizza, pint of milk. So I'm going to bed on a heavy stomach. Apologies, it's not the best video tonight, or this one, guys and girls, but it's a realistic road trip fishing in search of a certain species, and it's really hard because I've left home and it's fishing really well back home at the minute, but just looking for that one target. Anyway, I feel like I've spoke a lot or too much. I'm going to have this, and the plan is to try and get some sleep, and then wake up tomorrow, see what the weather's doing, and see what the mood is, and hopefully get back out there. If I get up early, I'll do the high in the morning, then I'll get breakfast, then I'll do the low. If I don't get up early, I'm not going to set an alarm. I'm not going to put myself under that pressure. I'm just going to see what happens. So all I can do is see what happens. I'm going to eat some pizza.
Well, good morning everyone. Good morning. Welcome to a very chilly morning, but I'm hiding behind a wall. The sun's just coming up. It's morning, guys. And as long as we're fishing, there's hope. As long as we're fishing, there's hope. I'm into my second cast now. It's coming up to about 8:30 in the morning. I'm into my second cast, nothing as yet, but it's another day, and like I say, as long as we're fishing, there's hope. Time and access, that's all it is when you're chasing certain fish, is time and access. The time to go fishing and the access to where them fish live. I've got time, just got to keep my cool and keep chucking them baits and working through them doggies. And where they live, let's see if we can find them. I'm going to keep it quite short this morning. If you're still tuned in, I want to say thank you very much, because I can appreciate that the footage wouldn't have been great so far. But I will do my best, and I've brought you with me on the journey. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if it happens. We're going to fish here up over the top of High, which is about 40 minutes away. We're going to fish about an hour and a half of the ebb, and then we're going to go and get something to eat. And then we're going to go somewhere for low. So let's see if we can find the fish. Come on, fish! Time and access. As long as we're fishing, there's hope. Well, it continues. On day 2, it continues. Another doggy. Good stuff. Just wading across now. There's a couple on there that must have been on since yesterday. And they don't look like anglers, they look like they've been stuck on it since, well, they would have been stuck on it all night. So I'm going to get across, just wait for it to clear a little bit more, because I don't know properly where the path is. We're at Sully for low, guys. We're at Sully for low. Let's have a go. And we're out, we're fishing. May the search continue. Right then, we're out here, we're having a go still. We're still pushing on, we're still looking for the target of the spotted.
But I'll be completely honest now, I would take any form of fish other than a dogfish. A whiting even. No, I'm not being that desperate, but I would definitely be happy with any other ray species. This is a great mark for it, and there could potentially be a big cod lurking just over there somewhere. The rods are out. I'm going to bait my third rigger, ready to go. At the moment, I'm the only one on here. There may be more turn up, I don't know. Hopefully I get it all to myself, and then nobody can see me blank, other than you guys. We'll keep going, guys and girls, we'll keep going. As long as we're fishing, there's hope. There we are. Lovely little blonde. Now the blonde has the spots going all the way to the edge of its wings, just like that. A lovely little blonde, guys. Look at that, I made that. I worked hard. I've worked really hard to get one of the ray species. It's not the one that I'm quite after, but look at the beautiful green eye on that. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Over the moon with that. Like I say, I've worked really hard for that fish. I'm going to put it back. Oh, yes. And yet, they still haunt me. The old dogfish are following me around. The biggest one of about 5,000. Yeah, wow. I came here back in July and the dogfish were just horrendous all along the coast here in South Wales, and it seems to be just the same. I'm really struggling to get through these doggies. This is definitely the biggest one I've had. And it's a bit not something I usually bring to screen, it's a dogfish, but we'll keep pushing, guys, we'll keep pushing, and we'll keep hoping that one of them goes right over. Oh. Well, I'm about, I don't know, 20 doggies in. When I first got down here, first cast, I had a blonde, I thought, yes, here we go. And it's just been dog after dog after dog. They're both out in the tide, as you can see, arched right over, lovely, right in that tide, right out there. It's wet, it's cold, it's miserable, but we're fishing. More wet, cold and miserable on the way. Wow. Wow, rain, man. Let me wipe up. There we go. That's better. Wow, rain, 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 go away and take the dogfish with you. Right then, had a lovely blonde. That's sort of saving the trip at the moment. Still no spotted. I come off there about an hour earlier than I could have, but I couldn't get through the doggies, and it was also getting very uncomfortable. And then the tide's been flooding out for about 40 minutes whilst I was there, and it was just uncomfortable, windy, rain, and safety first. It was time to leave. I felt like it was time to leave, and on top of that, I just couldn't get through the doggies. I don't know how many doggies I ended up with. I know I might have brought 1 or 2 to screen, I can't quite remember. But I must have had about 20, 25, 30 doggies. They were just relentless. I was fishing the loop rig on one and I was getting 2 doggies at a time. I was putting larger baits out just to try and avoid the doggies, and the rod was just like that in the tide constantly. Reel it in after 5 minutes, and if there wasn't one foul hooked or choking itself on a donkey size bait, the bait was smashed. So it was just dogs, 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 and that's what it's been. That's fishing. It's the realistic side of it, to be honest with you. That's fishing. I'm absolutely drenched with sweat, really, from the waders. I'm not wet like that, I'm a bit, you know, All my gear's soaking wet, so I'm going to go and pull up somewhere now out the weather, and I'm going to have a proper wash. Well, what I can. I got a bucket there and some water. I'll have a proper wash, soapy wash, full change of clothes. Then I'm going to go and find something hot to eat. I know I've had a nice breakfast earlier, but I don't know, I fancy something like a proper sit down steak or something, and then make a decision. What do I do? I've still got 2 days to play with, and tonight. It's Sunday now afternoon. Do I stick it out? The conditions are making it really difficult to get onto some of the marks, and I'm not the only one that's struggling. Obviously I know a few lads down here that are out fishing and they're struggling. The big bad opens on today, and I'm not seeing anything exciting being posted. A few pouncing. I think I seen an eel earlier on and a doggy. So if it was just me that was struggling and everybody else was getting fish, then you know, I'd feel like I was doing something wrong, or I was in the wrong place, or I got the wrong bait. But yeah, I don't know, guys. What I am going to do is I'm going to say ta-ra to you for now. Thank you for tuning in with me, and I'll cut the video here. I think there's quite a bit of footage, and I want to keep the video, you know, realistic and not all just fish action. I want you to be on the journey with me, and hopefully you feel like you sat here a bit, not disheartened, but you sat here thinking, what do you do next? So on that one, guys, I'll leave you on what do I do next? Where will I see you next? What will I be chasing next? Or will I still be here? So until then, guys, keep safe, keep fishing, and keep chasing them dreams. Thank you very much. Come on, fish.